What up, YouTube? Wanted to share my Robinhood account where I've been running the wheel with a couple of tickers. Thought you guys might find interesting if we get started with this guy. This is my trading account. I opened this the other day, put my 100 shares of Robinhood in here, a couple more shares of Netflix that I have. And this is essentially a cash account. It's not a margin account. So for those that want to open another account under your Robinhood, it will be a cash account and not a margin account. So that's interesting to know because I didn't know that there was a difference in that. So what does that mean? It's essentially a cash account. So the similar to your checkings account in your bank, the funds have to settle. So it usually takes a couple of business days whenever you're either selling or buying for those funds to reflect in your balance, right? So this is important if you're trading, every other day. This will kind of impact you. If you're trading every week, you should be fine with an account like this. But I just thought I would know because it was something that caught me by surprise. But no problems, we'll just work with it. So in this account, I'm planning on running the wheel strategy where I'm selling covered calls and cash secure puts against my Robinhood shares and my Netflix shares. So I currently have 82 shares of Netflix and 101 shares of Robinhood. And we'll dive a little bit deeper on Netflix and my thesis behind it. So I'm sure you guys are aware of their whole debacle with Warner Brothers Discovery and how they wanted to acquire the company. They gave them a time window for them to accept more offers. But in return, they were going to get a couple $1 billion. I think it was 2.6 billion, right? So Paramount started talking with Warner Brothers Discovery, gives them an offer. Netflix goes and counters. Paramount goes and counters again. Netflix then backs out from this, and they ended up getting their 2.6 billion because it was in their contract saying that they would entertain other offers and let Warner Brothers shop around, but they were going to have to give up those funds if Netflix didn't buy the company. So in my mind, it ended up being a double bullish position when it comes to this. As you guys can see, in the past 3 months, we've seen a little over 20% return. You can see this sharp uptrend over here from those news that I was telling you about. So in my mind, if Netflix acquired Warner Brothers, they were going to have some of the most dominant studios that is Warner Bros. With the acquisition of HBO as well, their catalog was going to be just so broad, and their monthly users are just going to grow. So in my mind, that was pretty bullish. And if they didn't acquire the company, I still think it was bullish because they wouldn't have to tie so much cash, which they do have a lot of cash and they make a lot of money. But the shareholders didn't really like that move, and you can see price reflected that. But in my mind, if they bought or if they didn't buy the company, I think they were going to trade up. So I started buying all the way down. I have an average cost of 87. I kind of should have bought a little more here at the bottom. This is over a 3 month period. I thought they were going to drop a lot faster and recover, but it took a little longer than I thought. So, I kept buying the dip, but the dip kept dipping, so to say. So this is my Netflix position in this account. I will find some more cash and buy the remainder 19 shares or 18 shares so we can run the wheel and kind of report some of those gains for you guys. What I've been doing though is running covered calls against my Robinhood position. So what I'm essentially doing here, I'm selling an option to someone else to essentially have the right to buy my shares of Robinhood at $82. And I'll show you guys this example that I'm telling you about. And in return for me to selling that option to that person, I get $86 in return, right? So if on the 13th, Robinhood is trading over $82, my 100 shares get assigned and I have to give them away and sell them at $82 to someone. If they don't, the contract expires worthless. I keep my shares, I keep my $86, and I keep doing this every week. So I'll show you guys my Google Sheets where I'm tracking all of this. But before we get into that, let's go into Robinhood over here, and I'll show you guys my position and my basis. it will make a lot more sense as we get into the spreadsheet. So same thing with this. As you guys know, Robinhood is a trading platform. They're being bucketed into this whole crypto stock, similar to the MicroStrategies of the world, of the Coinbases. Not a bad certain bucket to be in. I do think they're a lot more than just a crypto platform, but that's how the market sees it. So as we can see, it's been trading down pretty heavily. We're down 41% in the past 3 months. Year to date, we're down 30 something percent. We reached an all-time high of 152 October 9th last year. And I'll be honest, we were trading hot at 152, right? Like we were overextended a little bit. But now in the 70s, I really do think this is a great opportunity for you to start your position. This is, of course, no financial advice. Who knows what's going to happen with this? But I am a fan of the company. I think they're just going to grow even more as the years go by. And that's why I wanted to start averaging down as they were coming down. Ended up with an 84 basis that I'm currently working on getting it even lower by selling options, right? Like I explained to you guys a little earlier, I'm selling the option for someone to buy my Robinhood shares at $82, like I mentioned, and in return, I'm getting 86 bucks. And you see over here how I'm down 66% of my position. It's mainly because Robinhood traded up today. You guys can see it's at 2%. I don't think you will reach another, if for us to reach 82, we'll probably see another 3 to 4%. With everything going on in Iran and with crypto, I really don't see that happening. But if it does, then I'll have to sell my 100 shares at $82, which I'm okay with. So I'll share with you guys my spreadsheet right here. So this is essentially my basis that we just went over, and I marked the date over here as my basis, right? So this is important because I own 100 shares and each of them are at 84.91. So with the wheel strategy, the goal is to reduce your basis and sell options so you can offset your cost basis and make money doing that. So I started selling this option over here, discovered call for a $97 strike last month on the 13th. In return, I got $107. The option expired worthless. I still have my shares, as you guys can see. Throughout the couple of weeks, I've sold a couple covered calls and cash secure puts with that same position and netted 0.79. There's some more detail, like I closed pretty early on one of them. I should have let it expire and get my full funds, but I didn't. So that's all right. It's just a learning experience, as you guys know. With trading, especially if you're trading weekly, with these options, stuff can move pretty fast. But I'm at a point where I'm okay letting my shares go at 82 because my new basis is 82.19. So if by Friday, Robinhood is trading at $82, for example, I will assign my shares to someone at 82 and I'll lose 19 bucks. I don't think that will happen. So I will keep all of my premium over here, which is a little shy of 300 bucks for the last couple of weeks. The goal is to get back into the swing of things. I used to do this a lot more often a couple of years ago. And the goal is to essentially make a couple $100 every week so I can start paying my bills. Maybe I can pay my grocery bill. Maybe I can pay my insurance with this strategy. So I wanted to share with you guys the account, and you guys can follow along with me. I'll keep you guys posted on some of the trading that I do with this account. I've been happy with the performances so far. Like I mentioned, it's only a month old or so, a little shy of it. So we'll see how it plans out throughout the year. But we're up 4% on the month. Year to date, we're up 4%. Like I mentioned, we just opened it. But just want to keep you guys posted on some of the trading I've been doing. New channel here on the channel, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any questions on this, please feel free to drop a comment, or you can go look at my how to trade options video. I think I did a pretty good deep dive on different strategies if you're just getting started, or if you want to run the wheel strategy, selling cash secure puts and cover calls against your positions. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Talk to you guys soon.